Hello, true duelists. My name's Craig Fee, and here's what's made news this week. Oh my god! Ryzeal and Malice are the best decks? We've got to look at the results from the first YCS of 2025. YCS Birmingham is happening this weekend, but will there be an opportunity to fit in a Peaky Blinders reference? I'm sorry, who is in Paris? And the year of suffering has officially begun. Konami is giving out a free branded deck in Master Duel, infecting this earth with even more brain-dead players. Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Update, the home of a desk that people think is broken. I'm assuming because of the line here, or maybe the hole for the wires, but I couldn't tell you. I just know that this is a shitty spare desk that nobody cared that I took to go film with it in the video series where I dress up more formally than I do at my actual job so that I can talk about children's trading cards. Welcome to the month of February. 'Tis the season of love, and by love I of course mean YCSs, as Orlando opened this month and now Birmingham will carry on at premier events. There's also the Latin American Remote Duel YCS happening this weekend as well, an event so well promoted and anticipated that I entirely forgot about it before writing the script of this video and haven't mentioned it prior to now. But in Konami's defense, Birmingham will all but certainly be the larger event, and the stream of the event from Birmingham will be at a proper venue as opposed to whatever the hell setup people are going to have for remote duel events, which is almost certainly going to be astounding because what the hell even is this? What room is it in, and why? Either way, whether you're dueling in the garage for privacy or biking in your room for the meme, it's a remote duel event, and shit's gonna happen. Also this month, there are two new products to consume. The Blue Eye Structure Deck releases on February 13th, just in time to ignore your significant other for Valentine's Day to play the oldest deck in the game, and will actually be somewhat viable in the competitive sense to Ryzeal and Malice to some capacity if the OCG results are anything to go by. And if the Conspiracies are to be believed, this will be the deck that wins Worlds, as they hit each and every meta deck around it, but not Blue Eyes itself, for the sake of nostalgia pandering. A terrifying prospect, second only to the fear that the cost of a Primate engine will inflict on your wallet. Now, you know I almost bought a playset of Load for like $30 for the full playset when Rage of the Abyss dropped, but I was like, nah, I'll just save 30 bucks, I don't really care. Yeah, I am an idiot, and I do hate myself. But maybe I'll get the reprint in the next OTS pack. Some copium? Because OTS pack 27 will also release this month on the 27th, fittingly enough, with the only confirmed reprint known so far being Sage of the Eyes of Blue as the ultimate rare. Now that's funny because Sage with the Eyes of Blue is already a 3 of in the Blue Eye Structure deck, but hey, maybe Load will be in this too, and then this will be the most pushed Blue Eyes OTS pack in known history. And the last big thing happening this month is, of course, the release of the Early Games Collection, dropping with a fancy quarter-century secret rare copy of Harpy's Feather Duster, also on the 27th. It's a great day to pick up a pack at locals by getting some wins with your new Blue Eyes deck before going home to play a remaster of a game released in 1999. I have to shill this game at some point in some capacity so I can get away with saying that it's bad later on, and then I can be accused of both being a sellout as well as being a hater at the same time, as is tradition. And now, let's look at some robots. Are Ryzeal robots? I don't know, they're robot enough regardless of being Pyro and Thunder. Because Ryzeal was the talk of the town at YCS Orlando this past weekend, or if nothing else, it was the top of the charts in terms of representation. The YCS went about exactly as you'd expect for it to in this format, because the best and most hyped decks were the best and the most hyped. The biggest twist, for lack of a better term, would be the existence of Mitsurugi, which performed a feat not seen since, I don't know, 2017, I think, when Spiral got a top as a TCG exclusive archetype, just so long as we ignore that B-Trooper pile that spammed DPE that topped in like 2021 or 2022. You can't say all it did was use Engine to make DPE as a criticism, because that's all that entire format was. Kinda like how Fiendsmith is being the backup plan for just about everything in this format. It's actually not nearly as widespread as DPE was in its time. My counting skills are correct. 32 of these decks played a Fiendsmith engine in some capacity, which is, you know, a good amount of them, and a good amount of them are Ryzeal, with 29 spots going to Ryzeal, and if you count the 7 Mitsurugi Ryzeal, of which all Mitsurugi variants were, Ryzeal kind of got 36 out of the top spot. It's not quite tier 0. If you're complaining about that, we're ignoring you because you're an idiot. Really, the complaints I've seen thus far have been mostly about Malice, because Malice is seen as an obscene combo deck that's bad for the game and interaction because it doesn't care about any sort of interaction. I actually mainly see people praising Ryzeal, calling it an interesting and fun deck, albeit one that's expensive and maybe they can't afford, as opposed to Malice, which is just lame Cyberse board building shenanigans. Seems like the community in some capacity is growing tired of obscene combo decks, following things like Tier Shizu into Snake Eye into Ubel, which were then both, assisted by Fiendsmith, and now on to Malice, which is where you might think, well, maybe some new TCG exclusive stuff like Mitsurugi is gonna bring things into liveliness and thumbs up, but it's not. Mitsurugi just kind of makes it a little more dice roll dependent. And by a little, I of course mean a lot'll, depending on how much you care about the existence of Nibiru, I guess. Ryzeal seems to be fun because it offers a more control style build, which I think people are more interested in for a little bit of variance because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is and always has been a very wombo combo deck. So to see a prominent control deck, I think is a thumbs up for people. Your top cut does what you expect it to, though, because you're going to slowly watch those little neat Mermail decks or the lone Primite deck that's mentioned fade into the existence of the abyss as the robot consumes all. I was actually going to do a Spice Watch look at that Primite deck, but it's just a Fiendsmith deck. It's just Fiendsmith Bestials, and it's got the Primite cards. I'm assuming because whoever was playing was like, I'm getting my fucking money's worth because they own a playset of Lordly Load or whatever that stupid Primite continuous spell is called, that I'm still pissed I didn't buy. Still, it's a Ryzeal kind of event. Finals is a Ryzeal Fiendsmith versus Mitsurugi Ryzeal, and was a great showcase of how not to play into Nibiru by showing you how to play into Nibiru, and then I guess you just have to do the opposite. A huge congrats go to the winner, Tavon Crowley, for winning his first YCS and the first event of the year. Coming up next week is, as said, Birmingham, as well as the Latin American Remote Duel YCS, to give us a look at the state of plants in Europe, to fit that joke in here, and of course, maybe a singular tweet from Konami about the Remote Duel YCS in Latin America, because that is exactly how much they care. Also big this week was the confirmed location for Worlds for 2025, following Konami's brilliant plan of sending players to the worst places on Earth, such as Florida, Birmingham, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Players' rooms in a remote duel. Konami is now sending players to Paris, France. A video release showing off last year's winner in the Eiffel Tower, and now we have confirmation that the event will be held on August 30th and 31st in Paris. Now, of course, you will see the Duel Links, Rush Duel and Duel Links, TCG and OCG, and Master Duel World Finals all taking place there. And challengers will face the trials they've overcome, the tribulations that have pushed them harder than anything else on this earth, and the ultimate test of patience in resisting the urge to punch some arrogant French fuck in the jaw after having to talk to a single Parisian. And that will truly showcase the best of the best that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has to offer. Because if you can resist assaulting a Frenchman, you're a saint as far as I'm concerned. Konami didn't allow people to attend Worlds last year, and I assume nothing has changed in the time since then, so unless you are or plan on getting good, none of this applies to you. But it is the biggest event, so if nothing else, there's hype, question mark? Maybe this year, the deck lists won't get leaked. Wouldn't that be something? We'll have to find out, and in the meantime, of course, we send our thoughts and our prayers to everyone who will be going there, those poor tortured souls who will have to exist in the same realm as Parisians. As if getting top 8 and getting no prizing wasn't bad enough, Konami's sending people to France. Jesus Christ, dude, that's just heartless. And there's plenty of big things happening in Master Duel this week. Fiendsmith joins the game with the new selection pack, also bringing with it Millennium and Azamina. And you already know you need way more ultra rare and super rare dust than you currently have, because it's a modern archetype, baby. But it's okay, Konami has hit Engraver to 2 preemptively, so everything is fine. Sky Striker fans also stay winning and always accept gem count, with 2 new Sky Striker Ace bundles available for a limited time. So if you want a Ray mate or a Kagari mate, or the dual field or deck box or sleeves, whatever, there's 2 bundles. You can go throw some gems at them and get 10 new packs of the all-new Sky Striker Secret Pack. There's now 4 alternate arts in this pack, including a Sky Striker Rhoda, which is literally a Sky Striker art for reinforcement of the Arda reinforcement of the army and not just, engage with new art. The pandering is real, but then there's the I love Ray copy pasta for a reason, isn't there? There's also the brain dead tragedy, that being the Sword Soul deck has been replaced as the returning and recovering player, or whatever it is I'm supposed to say. Rookie is instead of recovering, but you know what? Recovering's funnier. There's the code for mine, I guess, and I'll write it down in the description of this video if I don't forget to do that. And if I do forget to do that, you can call me an idiot in the comments. This is, of course, a terrible thing because, yeah, it's giving, returning and rookie players a new competent deck to be able to play, but it's brain dead, it's branded, and that means even more end phase 3 shenanigans and loss of time as well as brain cells and just man hours for the most annoying fucking fan base to tell you about how cool it is that the lore is so fucking deep and contrived as they sanctify your ass for the 98th time. God, I love branded, can you tell? And we're not even done yet. There's still 2 more things to do with Master Duel. There's the freebies as they celebrate the 3rd year anniversary, which is only going on for a certain amount of time and not 3 years, like you might be confused with the 25th anniversary. That's giving you some free ultra rares and prismatic. It's not prismatic, it's royal rare ultra rares. Each pack you get, and that's really schnifty and nifty, as well as a bunch of gems. And then last up is a contest being run to vote for one card you'd like to see in-game get card protectors or sleeves. Now this applies to just about any card in the game that can be voted for that isn't already a sleeve in the game, or Neos, because Elemental Hero Neos was actually the written and scripted part here, where it's like, get it guys, vote for Neos again, but you literally cannot. There is a red text on the screen, you can't vote for Neos. The conspiracy deepens. What are they hiding from us, and what did they do to him? He's dead, isn't he? Konami, just come out and say it. Neos was found dead in a river or something because he's just denied, and why can't we vote for him? We'll never know. It's a complete mystery. I've seen people posting about another card that maybe has Neos in the art or something. Couldn't tell you. The point is, Neos, we are going to save you, and by we are going to save you, I mean we are going to harass Konami with why it is we can't acknowledge its existence ever again. What the fuck is going on here? I'm confused. Vote for whatever card you want, and also make sure you spam Konami. What the hell is going on with Neos? And so that wraps it up for this week's update. As always, I've been your host, Craig Fee, and thank me for the video, and also thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment. Any and all of these things can, of course, impress your smoking Italian wife like we all know you want to. And of course, it makes you a true duelist. And what is possibly more desirable than that? Literally nothing. $1 million maybe, but other than that, literally nothing.